Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate with you. If you are dealing with a Sagittarius, this reading could resonate with you. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. Infinite Creator, Olodumare, to my higher self, my Ori, Eshu, Obatala, to the Egun Marine Laye, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, to my benevolent ancestors, known and unknown, Florine Williams, Norman Williams, Exius Willie, thank you for allowing me to source the most accurate reading for those with Sagittarius placements in their chart. Okay, guys, how you doing? All right, guys, so let's get into your spread. But before I get into your spread, I want to say thank you to Anthony. Thank you so much for sending your donation. I greatly appreciate it, okay? So let's get in, all right? First thing I want to tell you guys is that you're very, very, very special. You're very special. God is working with you and through you, okay? The universe, your angels, your guides, all of the levels of higher self that you are, on every single level, on every dimension, there's something happening. There are energies coming in to actually upgrade your DNA, and I talk about this in my starseed reading over on Patreon. And I'm feeling this because you're about to receive these upgrades. These upgrades are also going to affect your material world, but they're going to greatly affect your spiritual world and your spiritual abilities, right? Okay, but there are things literally that if this isn't a person, habits and behaviors that you guys got to stop. Like, God is making this very, very clear here. Actually, your angels and your guides are really doing that as well. You have the guardian. I have two spreads out here for you, okay? Two spreads so that I can read this energy and give you all the messages you need. All right, because whatever it is, remember I told you about taming the beast? The same thing is here again, all right? So we got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is out front in your first row. You got the Page of Wands, Six of Swords in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and Death in the reverse. Okay, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse talks about a trap, especially Nine of Pentacles in the Devil. Devil's in your second row. Six of Swords also talks about feeling trapped, not being able to move on. And in between this trap feeling is this impulsive, fiery Page of Wands, okay? I'm picking up a horny, impulsive energy, especially when you got the Devil in here and then you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is like everything sumptuous, okay? And trust me, I understand. I just had a test myself. I'm gonna tell you about it. I got tested today, got tested yesterday, almost failed. But this is what's going on, and especially now that we're, I told you we're in the summertime, and we're all out and about, and haven't seen certain people in a while, and are ready to sort of get back in contact with people. And I know, listen, I'll go through your next row. I know how you feel, because it's not even just this like, oh, coronavirus, I've been in the house. Some of you guys are in an actual void. This is why the Seven of Pentacles keeps coming up. And here it is again in your third row, Seven of Pentacles. Because that's talking about working and working towards something, but having to be patient because you don't see what's on the other side. I remember earlier I told you had it was a couple readings back, you had the moon and the hangman, and that talks about like not knowing when something is going to happen, right? That's the void. When you are in a void, it is because you are about to birth something or grow something, or really you're gaining this sort of spiritual maturity. Something in you is about to change and transform. It's this weird feeling of being confined, but you could get out, but yet you don't want to some days, or you don't feel like being bothered, or people have dropped off and you're kind of okay with people being dropped off, or certain situations have made you have to push certain people away, and it puts you in this space where you're alone. And we've had this discussion before, because I'm trying to tell you guys, this is real. But it's the void that's causing you guys some major anxiety with 9 of Swords in your 3rd row, causing you major anxiety that's pushing you to re-earth bad habits, continue bad habits, because it feels safe. It's the anxiety that's doing this to you, though. This because there's disharmony. 6 of Cups in reverse. Okay? When you have inner harmony, hold on. Got sirens. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. So when there's disharmony, it causes your anxiety to increase. When the anxiety increases, you are in this survival mode. Okay? You're in this survival mode and you're looking to solve a problem, figure out what's going on, okay? When you do that, you sometimes turn back to old habits and behavioral patterns that literally don't work. They don't work. And they're gonna mess up your upgrade, all right? Because that's what I'm seeing in that Starseed reading on Patreon. There is a DNA upgrade happening for you, okay? Something is about to change. I keep talking about gifts being uncovered, different things like that. Before I go on, I want to tell you guys, when I'm talking about different things, especially when I am gonna bring up like sexual stuff, it is not to be like hard on you or to make you a prude or be Virgin Mary like. Literally, there are certain things you have to do when you want a spiritual breakthrough. It's like fasting, okay? If any of you are familiar with that. Certain things you give up to receive something greater. And there are certain things that I see in the spread is like, give it up so you can receive something greater. But you guys are chosen. You guys are chosen because right here in the middle row, it's like if you don't give it up, something bad. And it's not like, listen, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not. But I think the bad thing that you're going to feel the most is you're not going to actualize. That's going to be the something bad. And you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it like I have not spiritually self-actualized. Okay? So because your 2nd row, I think, I don't know if we went through this, but I'm going to go through it again. We have the 10 of Swords in the upright. We have the Devil. Okay? Then we have the Chariot in the reverse. And then we have the Ace of Wands. And when we have this Chariot, Ace of Wands, I feel, because this was facing this, I feel like this is God saying, get on the right road or I'm going to knock you off. Okay? You won't be able to do what it is that I want you to do. Okay? Because this 10 of Swords, actually, this stabbed in the back feeling would be self-inflicted from your own behavioral patterns. Self-inflicted. Okay? It's almost like God said, you did it to yourself. Or I'm trying to correct you. I'm trying to correct you because you are about to screw yourself over. You're not right. I'm trying to turn you right side up. You're going to screw yourself over. But like, guys, men, please, 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 please. Here, let me keep going. 9 of Swords talks about waking up from a nightmare, coming out of a nightmare, and anxiety. So I know you guys are feeling anxiety from being in this voided space, but you're also, this self-actualization is an awakening. You're coming out of this 3D illusion, the illusion, this consciousness trap that we live in our day-to-day lives, this out of cycle with nature, out of order, chaotic, egotistical driven consciousness that we are locked into every single day. You're coming out of that. But what you need to do is have inner harmony with yourself. You have to gain the sort of inner harmony so that you don't get that anxiety, because the anxiety puts you in survival mode and then makes you do negative behavioral patterns to make you feel better, to make the anxiety go down, right? Okay, what they want, and this is it, the 7 of Pentacles, because it comes out all the time for your readings, is for you to keep persevering and being patient. Keep working hard through whatever it is you're going through, because there is a payout. There's a payout with the 7 of Pentacles. But 7 of Pentacles could also talk about failure, and that is what I feel here. Failure is not off of the board. See, I can give you a reading and say, you guys are special, God's going to upgrade you, and that's it. You're just going to get an upgrade because that's what's going to happen. You're a starseed. But God is saying, yes, you are special. You are a starseed, but you cannot continue with whatever this is going on. Otherwise, you can fail if you do not persevere. The last card in the row is the Queen of Wands, talking about your confidence. So even while you're working hard, you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe, I am going to make it. I am special. God is going to work something through my life. I can be upgraded. All right. I do have spiritual gifts. You do. Okay. I'm trying to tell you, because that's the thing. If God is making changes in your life and you abuse your gift, God could take it away. And here, this is share time again. It's time for me to share. So when I got into that bike accident, I know I told you guys that it was because I wasn't, sticking to my routine and I wasn't cleansing properly. But it was also because I was doing something that God had already told me via a dream that I should stop doing and that I can't do, because it would hinder me and my spiritual growth, but also spiritual gifts, accessing certain gifts, right? That was masturbating, okay? Right now, I'm celibate. And that was something else God told me I had to be, right? So while I'm being celibate, I'm upset because I'm in the void just like you guys are. I'm in this void, and it's like, okay, I can't have sex the way I used to have sex. And I'm not dating anybody, and I'm not in a relationship. So in my retaliation, I'm watching porn and I'm masturbating. I had to think about that after that accident. And what it showed me, just like this right here, with this Chariot, Ace of Wands. You could be headed in one direction and then the hand of God comes and bam. It showed me that what I gave to you, I can take it away. And I've explained how I got into tarot with you guys. It was never really because I've always wanted to do it. I said, God kept nudging me to do it. And then I started doing it and it's coming to me fast. I said, oh, it must have been a gift I had, because I understand. It didn't take me too long to catch on and learn how to read, right? What God gave and revealed, God told me I could take away. And it was literally in an instant. Luckily, nothing was broken. Nothing was broken, right? But I could not use my wrists, my arms, nothing. For over 2 weeks, I couldn't shuffle. I couldn't do anything. And it made me think like, wow. Like, so this is your career and what you're doing. And in an instant, it could be gone. It could be gone. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, if you guys are already exercising whatever it is that you do, but God is saying, hey, you can't do this certain thing anymore. Heed the warning. Heed the warning, guys. Please. And you might say, oh, Justin, you're going too far about, I can't have sex and I can't masturbate. This is what God told me. I'm just following what God told me. If you don't feel that on your heart, you don't have to take that, what I'm telling you, into consideration. But in that dream, and I'm trying to tell you guys about, the promiscuity and different stuff like that. And I only have to say this because I could see the promiscuous energy in the Page of Wands, the Devil, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I can see it. If you are supposed to be receiving upgrades, things like pornography and promiscuous sex are literally going to block energies from coming in. This is why. So also, like I told you, go to the Patreon and look at that, because I talk about the heart chakra, keeping that clear in order to stay connected, right? But also, when you receive certain spiritual upgrades, it comes via the Kundalini, right? That Kundalini energy, that snake energy. And that comes from your root chakra all the way up, right? Now, when you engage in a lot of like heavy sexual energies, especially with just randoms or whatever, or people who have bad energy, like your narcissistic ex or some random person trying to have sex with you. And I mean, the thing is, I'm not trying to judge people and call them bad for wanting to have sex with you. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you don't know their energies. You don't know their day-to-day life. You don't know how many people they actually slept with. People tell you one thing and they do another. You don't know for sure anything about these people. It's safer to just back off or get to know someone or actually start a real relationship, like a long-term relationship with somebody, because at least if I know I can trust you and date you, I understand your energy, you understand mine. We're not clogging each other up with negative energies, right? So back to the masturbating and the stuff like that. There are parasites, energetic parasites that can get into your auric field when you engage in that habitually. I'm not going to say the one time you masturbated, these parasites have clogged you up or anything like that, because I don't know that. But I do believe with this devil energy here, there has to be a habituation of a certain activity in order for these parasites to start to gather. Not only did I dream about these parasites, that God literally showed me these parasites in 2 different dreams. During spiritual study, I was studying Hermetic texts and I was studying Ifa. These entities, these parasitic entities were mentioned. They were mentioned from talking about the passions of men or the things that we do in order to justify bad behavior. Okay? To justify bad behavior. I literally dreamt it before I read it. Okay? So I've been confirmed for myself what I can and can't do. It's on me for whatever consequences I receive for not listening. And I'm trying to tell you, if you are ignoring what God is telling you about this transformation, this death in reverse, resisting, that energy that I picked up about meeting influential contacts, all this travel and stuff like that, that was this card, the Earth, right? But it came up in reverse today. It's not in the upright like it normally is. And that's talking about a delay. And then you have the 6 of Swords, which is a card of movement, but that's in reverse. And that's talking about a delay. And then we got 9 of Pentacles talking about a trap. So what could be trapping you and delaying you? It's your devil energy that you got to get in check. It's the disharmony. 6 of Cups in reverse. Okay? And trust me, this spiritual path is not easy when you have been heavily reliant on bad behavior patterns, old patterns. Okay? Sometimes I think to myself, man, to go through this would have been easier if I was like a lot younger when I wasn't engaging in all this stuff. But you know, we have to go through certain trials and lessons and then be willing to drop those things. Okay? It literally happened to me yesterday. And I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm not literally, I know when I'm speaking like this and being so affirmative, it's because I know what I'm reading, so I'm telling you. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what's in front of me. Because even yesterday and today, I got tempted, went for a run, was headed back, and this guy, we looked at each other, caught eyes, and you know, it's like I said, I'm in a void, okay? So it's nice to get attention, right? So we're talking, and you know, I'm thinking it's just like a, hey, maybe we'll exchange numbers kind of thing, but he was very upfront with what he wanted to do. He was like, you know, I saw you way back where I want to eat that, you know? You fill in the blank. You know what he want to eat. So I said, oh, man. I was like, you know, my mom, she's staying at my place right now. So, you know, that's not even a possibility. And like, honestly, she was. My mom did stay over last night. And thank God she did. Because, you know, when you are in a disharmony or an emotional compromised way from thinking things, you're ready to feel some sort of satisfaction and joy. Because I think if she wasn't there, you know, I was being honest, but I think if she wasn't there, I probably would have said, yeah, come on back, you know? So this morning, I you know, wake up early. I said my prayers this morning and I finished the recording for, you know, Patreon. I'm feeling good. And then boom, I get a text. It's the old boy from yesterday. And he's like, you know, when can I come over and all this kind of stuff. And I didn't say, you know, oh, I'm celibate, I just said, you know what? I got a boyfriend right now. Yesterday, I was upset with him. And that's why, you know, like I gave you the number X, Y, and Z, but, you know, I can't. I'm sorry, you know. And that killed that there, you know. And that's the thing. Like, I really, even when I got that, this is the thing about temptation. When you get tempted, because that was a total temptation, there's something like when it happens, when the lesson comes, there's this like, you could literally feel the freedom of choice. Like, it's like, I could do what I want to do. And it's like, you can, because all the circumstances are right for you to do what you want to do. Who's here with you? I mean, you just finished your prayer. You finished your videos and recording. Yo, let them come over and eat up. Do you know what I mean? Like, hey, and I literally, like, it was like, I could do this. Like, I could get a quick, you know, and then get back to work. And no, literally. I really thought about it. I really wanted to. So much so I had to go to my pendulum and say, like, do I have like some leeway right now, Spirit? Spirit said no. And that, even if it comes down to that, I don't know, like, you know what your methods are of really taming yourself, but I will go to Spirit and be like, hey, I know how I'm feeling internally. Am I right or wrong? Because I'm ready to act on this. That's this Page of Wands energy. That's impulsiveness. That's what I was feeling today. I felt very impulsive. And the weird thing about temptation is, it feels like, because there was nothing stopping me. Nothing here to say don't do it, except for my own thought of should I or shouldn't I? Okay? See, so here, let me before I go any further, let me tell you about these other cards. These I have to read, this Guardian Angel. And why this is coming up is because you guys are heavily protected right now. They see everything you're doing. I mean, if I can see it, they can see it, obviously. So your guides see what's going on. And I'm going to read you the upright and reversal for this card so you understand why it came in reverse. All right. So this says peace, harmony, self-encounter, spirituality, alchemy of love, perfect combination and blending, agreements, contracts. Now we're talking about angels and agreements and contracts. You angel, you're an angel. You have a contract here. Okay, you're doing something here, right? Associations, balanced thought and opinions, harmonization of all things, okay? It says, all of these characteristics will last if we know how to use them with absolute faith and respect. Otherwise, the alchemy and magic will fail. Your gifts and different things like that will fail. Your manifestations could fail, all right? It says, and the meaning will depend on the combination of other cards. So, if so, it may signify, like if you have negative cards around, and I do have a couple negative cards here, it could signify a lack of protection and ruptures, disagreement and disharmony. Bad energies of influence are brought near, like the parasites I was telling you about, or any kind of attachments on these random people or old exes or just situationship people coming up. They're coming with these attachments. You guys there's an energy trying to purposely disrupt you, okay? So, all right, it says, bad energies or influences are brought near, distancing yourself from a fight with partners or associations, communication problems, okay? And this is your guardian angel. This is your guardian angel. The world, see, because this card was all these influential people that I was picking up for you, okay? It's called, I said the world, it's called the earth. But this came in reverse today, so give me a second. Let me get that for you. What this says in the reverse. This says, closed doors, roads full of difficulties and obstacles. Care should have been taken when traveling. And remember that dream I told you about? And I said, oh, everything is missing. I can't find anything, right? So care should have been taken. I should have been prepared, right? Care should have been taken when traveling. Difficulties during trips or in making plans. And we got Six of Swords in reverse. First card out, okay? Aborted or complex moves. Trouble in becoming pregnant or during pregnancy, which is the possibility of a miscarriage. Hesitation and delays caused by you. Hesitation and delays caused by you. And I told you, the devil is self-infliction. All right? Lack of practicality. Guys, so let's say you're not pregnant, right? I told you, you're birthing a new you. You're birthing, this is why you don't need to be touched right now, okay? This is why you don't need to be touched. It says complications, trouble in becoming pregnant, okay? And during pregnancy, right? So those of you who are about to receive an energy, those of you who have an energy or are practicing with it but are struggling, which could cause a miscarriage. Possibility of miscarriage, meaning all of a sudden you don't have what God blessed you with anymore. Chariot in reverse, lack of success. All right? Possibility of a miscarriage. You don't want that, right? So, then I want to read you 2 more cards. 5 of Fire. All right, look at this, 5 of Fire. All right, give me 1 sec. 5 of Fire says, this came in the upright. It says, use the same weapons as your opponents or more powerful ones. Your cleverness and astuteness should be part of the strategy to deliver an accurate blow and have an efficient defense. The struggle will be hard and tiresome. The beast will try to corrupt you. Do not allow yourself to be tempted, otherwise it will catch you. Fight fairly and the victory will be yours. So like I told you, I had to be clever. Even though the beast inside of me was like, yo, come back, you know, eat the cake or whatever, okay? I said, first I mentioned my mom is here. Second, I mentioned, I'm in a relationship. Can't do it, okay? That way you're not dealing with certain things. Think fast, okay? Think fast. You can think your way and say and do things that'll get you out of situations you don't want to be in, okay? There was one more thing that I saw in here. Cleverness, astuteness. It says, fight fairly, victory will be yours. Otherwise, it will catch you. These temptations, like me even stopping to even give the number. Like, I heard what he said. I heard he say, you know, I want to eat da-da-da-da. And I still gave him my number. You know, even though I know like, this is going to be a problem when he finally, you know, contact me. You know what I mean? So I've put myself into a temptation situation. I did it to myself, okay? Self-inflicted. Now I got to find a way to get myself out. So catch yourself. Or if you've done it already, you've put yourself in this position, get out. Just get out. You don't, just because you've said something, done something, agreed to something, does not mean you have to go through it, okay? You don't got to go through it. And then this last card I want to read is the Ace of Water. Ace of Water. And this came in the upright, okay? Give me 1 sec, okay? Ace of Water says, it says, there comes a new stage in which your childhood experience is present, and the person who makes a balance between past and present will project a future of love. Feelings prevail without mental or psychic confusion, times of great beauty and joy. What this is saying to me, because I mean, even if it is something in your childhood that needs to be healed, that's one thing. Heal it if that's what needs to be healed. Go through the process and steps of healing that. But what I'm feeling is what they said now, a person who makes balance between past and present, who comes to terms with the past and what's happening right now. Who I am or who I was in my past, I cannot be right now. It's just not possible. And actually, that's even in your tarot, because with the 10 of Swords and, excuse me, give me 1 second. I just want to tell you, 10 of Swords, it says it's over. Death in the 10 of Swords says it's over. Like, you cannot be who you were before. It just, sorry. You're birthing and becoming something totally different, right? And that's what this card is trying to say. Once you can balance out your past and present and be okay with whoever you were or whatever you had to do in the past to get by, and understanding, man, my whole life is changing, especially spiritually, and I have to go down this new road, there's less confusion. Times become great with beauty and joy, and there's no mental or psychic confusion. When you find harmony, 6 of Cups, harmony, instead of being in the reverse. Just remember, the more when you find yourself feeling like, I don't know when something's gonna happen, and you get into this anxious survival mode, is when it's a greater chance of you making a big mistake. And I feel like when the energy is coming in to upgrade your DNA, to give you more spiritual gifts, to actually show new benefits and gifts given to you in the material realm here in the 3D, you'll miss it while you're doing all of this activity that no longer serves you, okay? It'll get missed. You won't be creating anything, and you could possibly fail. And that's what I have to tell you right now, because that's what's in front of me. And that was the position I was put in yesterday, and I think it won't be the last time. It won't be. I'll be tempted and tested and tried over and over and over again, and I have to be ready for it. But I want to be honest with you guys about it, because I know it's difficult. I know what you're going through, and I never want you to feel like I'm just being like a talking head here telling you what you should and shouldn't do. This is for those of you who know that you are here for a reason, and that it is being revealed to you in steps. I'm a tarot reader, but me being a reader is not my entire purpose. This is a big part of my path, though. So when I'm getting warned like that, remember when I told you guys, I said my guys get loud? It's because if I do something I'm not supposed to do, they literally get loud. They get loud because they're telling me, Justin, you could ruin everything. You could ruin it all. You don't see what we want you to be, but we need you to go by faith. But the way you're acting right now, you're about to ruin it. And then it stops me. And I'm on pause. And I say, okay, calm down. Calm yourself down. Okay? And be the person you are supposed to be. You know? I can't get out of sorts every time I don't get my way. I can't get out of sorts every time I don't get my way. That's what children do. And I'm not a child. And neither are you. So we are going through spiritual maturity. That's what's happening to us right now. But that's all I had to say with this. Because I don't want you guys to not get this energy that's coming through, or to show up unprepared, or not even get a chance to meet these influential people that are about to change your life. All right? That's what I got for you. So if the reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can book, you can hit the link in the description box below. If you have any kind of business inquiries, you can email me at PrinceofPeaceTarot@gmail.com. All right, guys.